Former Attorney General Jeff Sessions was a disaster when it came to cannabis laws, but today, President Trump's new AG nominee, William Barr, weighed in on the subject, and you might say his comments were a mixed bag. And I don't mean half sativa, half indica. Watch.
I'm not going to go after companies that have relied on the Cole memorandum. However, we either should have a federal law that prohibits marijuana everywhere, which I would support myself, because I think it's a mistake to back off on marijuana. However, if we want a federal approach, if we want states to have their own laws, then let's get there, and let's get there the right way.
Well, if you're keeping score at home, Barr is against the federal legalization, but it doesn't sound like he's in a rush to interfere with the $10 billion a year industry that so many states are already engaging in. So what does that mean for the millions of cannabis users and the companies and their employees? Let me ask one of the leaders in the burgeoning industry, BigMike Straumietis. He's the founder and CEO of Advanced Nutrients and BigMike's Blends. You brought some blends tonight, but I can't show them on camera.
That's a fact.
So you are one of the many people who are very revolutionary and very entrepreneurial, and you see an incredible upside here.
Yes.
Where a lot of adults are saying, I like it because I don't get a hangover. It's a different choice for me. Alcohol has been hard on my body. And you have another AG who's saying we should have one federal law. I think it should be illegal. What does that do to your business?
You know what? It's not good for all the patients across America. It's just not a sound way of thinking in today's environment at all.
No, and you also helped a group of moms grow, and you started Cannamoms for mothers of children with seizure disorders.
That's correct.
Who are not able to get the medicine that has been proven time and time again in these critical cases. And it's people like that who are disserved by that antiquated thinking.
I agree, and it needs to be changed. I would hope that as time goes on, his thinking becomes more liberal. It has to be.
Yeah.
There's a huge industry here, and America is taking the back seat globally when it comes to cannabis, because you've got other countries. Israel now is allowing for export. That allows for export.
Portugal.
Now, Portugal. And also, let's talk about the Farm Bill of 2018. When that was signed, what people aren't realizing is that cannabis is now going to be treated like a commodity, corn, soybean, wheat. That means that cannabis has got to be traded internationally in the open markets like all those.
Okay, so it's tough for cannabis to be sold across state lines.
Yes.
Not only because of some of the federal laws, but also because of the banking restrictions. How prohibitive are the banking laws in this country?
Okay, so again, with 218, because of this, now what are you going to do? A farmer's going to be carrying around big bags of cash? I don't think so. We got to get banking in order, 280E, and export. And by the way, once those are taken care of, there's going to be a massive devaluation in Canada. And the companies that are attached, the American companies that are attached to these Canadian companies, are the ones that are going to win, and they're going to be absorbing those devalued companies. So
and there are stocks where people can get in on the ground floor now.
Absolutely. And I would, if you're a private, small-time investor, I would not go into the Canadian market because it's so volatile. I would be looking at the American companies that are attached.
Like what? Which ones?
Well, You've got Tilray, which is Privateer Holdings. You've got Budweiser. You've got Constellation. These are companies that you want to be looking at and making the investment, because these stocks are going to go up. Now, if you're a sophisticated investor, absolutely go on up and play the volatility of the marketplace.
He's got a green tie, a green thumb, and a green eye, and all of that means freedom and money, which I love. BigMike, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Great to talk to you. Continued success.
Thank you.
Very good.